Hello geese! Hello and welcome to Kook's Questions number 3. First of all, I'm going to apologise for how long it's taken me to do number 3. I've been busy. I'm going to rattle through the first question really quickly because I had the most amazing question ever that I'm going to love answering. Okay, my first question was from CM Punk 1977 again, and I love you. What are my favourite TV shows of all time and what ones am I currently watching that I never miss? Most of my favourite TV shows of all time are actually like kids shows. So of all time you've got up there's Ninja Turtles, which I've been watching a lot of recently, and things like Super Ted, Count Duckula, Dogtanian, Power Rangers, you know, things like that. They're like my favourites of all time. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head that isn't a kids show is Fresh Prince, and I still watch that a lot now. It's just, in my opinion, it's timeless, it's still hilarious. No matter how many times I watch the same episode, I still laugh. Love Fresh Prince, love Will Smith. But yeah, as for current ones that I never miss, it's difficult because I don't actually watch that much TV. Like, I love shows like Hoarders and stuff like that, but they've only just started showing them in the UK, and it's on channels that I don't get because I don't have Sky or anything like that. So whenever there's a new episode aired in the US, I have to download it and watch it like that, and I'm constantly waiting for it to be uploaded when they release it. So yeah, Hoarders I love. In terms of like never missing stuff, it doesn't really bother me if I miss stuff, because I can always like find it again, download it, watch it on iPlayer, you know, things like that. I love trash TV, like Toddlers and Tiaras, Don't Tell the Bride, Jeremy Kyle, because it makes me feel so much better about my life. And that's about it really. But the big question today is, what do I think of the 2012 theories? Ha ha ha. You silly person for opening up that can of worms. I'm not gonna name and shame you because you should be ashamed of yourself already. But for those of you that want to stick around and have a lesson in very basic astronomy and physics and fucking common sense, then take a seat, put your listening ears on and get ready to have everything explained. Most of the doomsday theories are based on astronomical events that take place at the time of the end of the Mayan calendar, and assume that the Mayans constructed their calendar purely by the skies, and in particular the Great Rift in the Milky Way. And some claim that the Mayans were aware of the ecliptic intersected with the Great Rift, and this was of special significance to their cosmology and based their whole calendar around it. Now let's explain why all of this is bullshit, shall we? One particular guy, Jenkins, has come up with a theory that a lot of other theories have sort of branched off of. And to quote Wikipedia, according to Jenkins' hypothesis, the sun precisely aligns with this intersection point at the winter solstice of 2012. Jenkins claimed that the classical Mayans anticipated this conjunction and celebrated it as the harbinger of a profound and spiritual transition for all mankind. New Age proponents of the galactic alignment hypothesis argue that just as astrology uses the positions of stars and planets to make claims of future events, the Mayans plotted their calendars with the objective of preparing for significant world events. Now, this is where things get a little bit fucked up. Jenkins attributes the insights of the ancient Mayan shamans about the galactic centre to their use of mushrooms, psychoactive toads, and other psychedelics. End quote. This is all kinds of bullshit, and it amazes me that theorists don't do their research. You know, considering how available the information is on the World Wide Web, and you know, just it's basic astronomy and physics and science, and it's just Why don't you do your research? Anyway, this is all kinds of bullshit. Astronomers argue that the galactic equator is impossible to determine the start and end of because it's an arbitrary line. Think of a donut. Jenkins' theory was based on viewing the galactic equator from 11,000 feet, which is higher than any of the Mayans ever lived, ever. And alignments of the sun at any single point is not on specific years, but instead it takes place over a 36-year period. And the most precise convergence has already taken place, and that occurred in 1998. Even though Jenkins himself has said this in recent years and admitted that that was wrong, theorists are still clinging to it. I am not even going to go there about the psychoactive toads. Apocalyptic views on others based on this alignment say that it will cause a massive gravitational effect, pull, between us, the Earth, and Sagittarius A, a supermassive black hole in the centre of our universe. Now, where do I start with this one? As well as the galactic alignment he predicted already taking place in 1998, the apparent path of the sun through the zodiac isn't anywhere near the galactic centre of the universe, but is in fact a few degrees above it, which may not sound much, but it is a huge difference. That's a huge, big space. That is a massive, massive distance. Sagittarius A is also 30,000 light years away from us. It couldn't have any gravitational effect whatsoever, and if it did, it would have to be at least 6 million times closer to us. It's not going to happen. Another hypothesis suggests that it relates to a very different galactic alignment, which is proposed by some to explain mass extinctions in the Earth's history. Think of the poor little dinosaurs. Rest in peace, dinosaurs. It supposes that vertical oscillations of the sun regularly pass through the galactic plane. When the sun is taken out of the galactic plane by its orbit, the influence of galactic tides is weaker, and as it re-enters the galactic disk, like it does every 20 to 25 million years, it's influenced by the disk tides, which are far stronger. According to mathematical codes, it increases the flux of Oort-Cow comets into our solar system by a factor of 4, which makes the chance of a devastating impact on Earth more likely. The problem with this is that the alignment takes place over tens of millions of years, and pinning it down to an exact date is impossible. In relation to what evidence we have as well, it last only happened 3 million years ago, which isn't that long. And the sun is in fact now moving away from the galactic disk. Other theories such as geomagnetic reversal do have truth in them, but as far as it being the end of the world, it's crap. Some theories say that this will cause a massive solar flare because at the time of the 21st of December 2012, there'll be a solar maximum. First of all, there is no evidence to suggest that a geomagnetic reversal would have a devastating effect on us, let alone having any effect on us at all. The Earth has gone through several geomagnetic reversals and the Earth survived. Secondly, the last reversal we had was only 780,000 years ago. And although scientists say that we're overdue a reversal, the reversal itself takes place over 5,000 years. So even if it did have any effect on us, we wouldn't know about it for a very long time. As for the solar flare, the sun's cycle is 11 years long and we are at the end of the current cycle. The solar maximum originally predicted as being at the end of this year is now predicted to be in May next year, May 2013. Not only that, but it will be the weakest since 1928. Before, NASA did say that it was going to be the strongest since the 50s, which I guess is what some of the theorists are clinging to. All of this goes back to what people were saying about the year 2000, and some scientists were saying that there was going to be mass disruptions in our telecommunication systems, satellites would crash, everything would die, dubbed the Millennium Bug. And what happened then? So yeah, the bottom line is that all these theories are based on galactical events that there are no evidence to suggest that it would have any effect on us, let alone a devastating effect. And most of the things that the theorists have predicted had already happened, and we're still here. So that is what I think about the whole 2012 doomsday shit. If you have an ounce of common sense in your body, or the ability to switch on a computer and look up information for yourself, you will see that all of these theories are bullshit, absolute bullshit, and it is all scaremongering and people who have nothing better to do than to make up theories without checking their facts first. So those of you that are still here after listening to me ramble on about all that crap, then thank you. And you can have the bonus question, which was something that was asked by 8 different people, possibly more because I haven't checked my messages for a few days. And that is, who is Ricky? Now, Ricky is a high school friend of mine, and we have been spending a lot of time together, hanging out and having lots and lots of fun, and that's all there is to that story, which is a complete and utter lie. So I'll see you guys later.